जरा 5 को 4 कर
Come,
हाँ
come,
वैभव
come,
come Vaibhav. Oh.
Take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Hey Vaibhav, you started sitting before I asked you to sit.
It's
Eh?
evening, sir. So I
Good
thought-
evening, and
I
you
would
started
do this.
sitting before I asked you. You're so keen to give the interview, eh?
Yes, sir. I was waiting for some time.
Why? No, I'm not too late. Your time was 4:30.
Yes, sir. But I had come a bit earlier.
You were early. What were you doing while waiting?
Sir, I was first of all reading a few things, revising a few things, and then was noticing the venue outside.
What were the things you were revising?
So I was seeing the articles related to directive principles
Ah,
and a few government-related schemes.
government-related schemes.
Yes, sir.
So directive principles, is Uniform Civil Code a follow-up of the directive principles?
Yes, sir. Under Article 44, the
Under-
directives
eh?
mention that government should try to have a uniform.
So
civil
what are
code.
your views, since you are revising directive principles?
Yes, sir.
What were your views on UCC?
So UCC in general, I think in principle, I would agree that we do need a uniform civil code, precisely because the secular protections that the Constitution offers should be extended to all, irrespective of their religion. So whether it is in terms of distribution of property, that is in terms of succession, adoption-related rights, and additionally, we do have to realize and recognize that some of the religions some of the religious practices in some religions are not in tune with the ideas of equality that are enshrined in the Constitution. So in that sense, UCC is required. Now, how we implement it, there can be different ideas about it.
No, once it is required and once it is enacted, then it will be implemented.
Right, sir.
What's the problem in implementing it?
I believe that we should focus more on ideas of related to property disputes. There should be a uniformity there. Additionally, divorce and marriage related disputes. About religious practices, we can have different views. And like in Uttarakhand,
What specific religious practice do you have in mind, which you feel we can go a bit slow?
it is not exactly a religious practice, but like polygamy is allowed in some religions, and then how property is distributed. Co-partners rights, women, how much right they have. So there are differences in different religions. One of the challenges in India is that women are very low level shareholders in terms of properties, barely around 17%.
In agriculture land.
Right, sir. Barely around 17% is the ownership. So
Well,
that is
that's
important
true.
for empowerment.
That's true of many communities.
Right, sir. And that is what we need to change.
Okay. Live-in relations.
Yes, sir.
What is your view of what Uttarakhand has brought around?
Sir, I am not exactly in agreement with the way they have come about it, because I believe it should have been a voluntary exercise. That is,
If it is voluntary, then no one will do it.
no, the idea is that you need to extend protections of somewhat similar to marriages to both the parties in a live-in relationship. So if both the parties are agreeing to get in a live-in relationship, they might also agree to have those protections, especially the woman counterpart. She might refuse to enter into a live-in relationship if she is not finding herself secure. In that sense, it could have been voluntary. But the way it has been designed, like you need a permission from a religious
It should have been
leader.
kept as simple as possible.
Right.
Just a record and
that involvement of parents or religious leaders, that should have been avoided.
religious leaders and
Yes, because in UCC in Uttarakhand they have to get.
Can this be challenged in court?
I do think that it can be challenged, and there are substantial grounds for it.
Okay, very good. Essay writing, feminist economics.
Yes,
Very interesting. Tell me, what was it all about?
So the general theme of the magazine was feminist economics, and we could pick any topic related to that.
What was the topic?
My topic was related to climate change and women in science and technology. So like IPCC, which comes up with reports around climate change. So barely less than 10% of the scientists involved are women. So one of the challenges is that climate change would come up with impacts that directly affect women in terms of fertility rates going down. Additionally, the distribution of jobs is such that...
Come again. Just relax. You're going like a bullet train.
Sorry, sir.
Eh?
So like, sir...
Wait. You made a statement, climate change and fertility rate.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about this issue.
Sir, because of climate change, the way our bodies are going to deal with it, it is going to affect the fertility, because the growing stress around the environment reduces the potential of
Acha, true.
fertility. Yes, sir.
There's empirical study on this?
Yes, sir, because we see in general data trend also. There was a report in Indian Express recently that the clientele of fertility clinics has been rising, especially after 2000 when it started in Gujarat.
IVVF,
Yes,
IVF.
So those
Oh, that's a
assistants
very
were
interesting.
used.
Actually, you've done political science in BA
Yes,
and
sir.
MA in economics.
I'm pursuing currently that.
MA.
Yes, sir.
Good economics makes for bad politics.
Yes, sir.
You started laughing before I completed my question.
Yes, sir.
You knew the question.
No, sir, I'm just.
Acha. Good economics makes for bad politics.
Yes, sir.
You are a political science student, you are a student of economics. So how would you react to this?
Sir, the political compulsions sometimes are such that the politicians try to attract voters, and in that sense, they might pursue policies that might not be fiscally prudent. So, in that sense,
But if the policies are fiscally prudent, then it is all right.
then they might not be able to pursue the electorate.
So you mean to say all these promises which people have made,
yes, sir,
we are heading towards economic disaster.
Yes, sir.
But on the other hand, I find we say that our economic situation is strong on fundamentals. Our debt to GDP ratio is under control, even of the states. In fact, the debt to GDP ratio of the states is coming down.
Right, sir.
So how would you say that? And they have made all these promises.
Right, sir. So one of
so
the
what is
ideas,
happening? What is happening? Can you think what is happening?
Sir, like you mentioned, states debt to GDP ratios is coming down, and fiscal deficit also we are reining in. But at the same time, we must look at the growth rate. It is much below the potential.
Yeah, but can you think of what is happening?
In terms of, sir?
As to how the debt to GDP ratio is coming down a bit, even though these type of welfare measures are being announced by the government and implemented. Can you, as an economist, can you figure out what is happening? It's a very relevant point, you know.
So the capital expenditure would have to be compromised for such measures.
Exactly. Good. What do you understand by the phrase tragedy of commons?
Sir, the commons refer to the resources that are not owned by any particular individual or particular country when we talk about the world scale. So one of the problems that arises is because nobody owns them, so nobody wants to be responsible for their upkeep and maintenance. So that is what tragedy of commons refers to.
No. It's something more than that. They overuse the...
Yes, sir. They overuse without maintaining them.
Don't try to now play with words. Okay, thank you.
Following the expenditure on these programs, income transfer programs,
yes, sir.
Some of the states are not able to pay the bills. Telangana has not paid the wholesale suppliers of liquor a large amount because of such programs.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
What do you know about the Chinese economy? Is it doing well? If not, why?
Sir, it is a $17 trillion economy, the last I remember. And the growth rate has not been very good recently. Especially after COVID, we thought that they might recover, but they are sub 5% growth rate they are experiencing. And recently, again, they are staring at a real estate sector crisis, because after Evergrande, again, there has been a reduction in demand. Last year, the Chinese had a year of dragon. So it is believed that Chinese believe those years are auspicious for new things. But the growth did not pick up, and now we have entered a new year. So prospects are not that great.
It is said that it was a government capital expenditure growth, and now they are trying to revive consumption. Is there something common between us and them?
Yes, in India also the recent budget, the major push has been to revive the consumption because government expenditure was doing well for last three budgets. Recently also it is around 10 lakh crores. So, but even then there is the idea that was there that we have to crowd in private investment. That private investment did not come in, and there is excess capacity in industries as well. So to use up that excess capacity, we need more money in the hand of people, but real wages have not been growing in India also and China also, around the world. In fact, you in US also the real wages have not grown. That was one of the major issues in elections there as well. So in that sense, yes, the consumption is a problem.
Okay, European economy, why is it not doing well? Growth rates around 1%.
Yes, sir. So again, the cost of living has grown through the roof, especially after the COVID, and also it is somewhat their own doing in terms of the restrictions that they have been put in terms in the name of climate change, like carbon border tax mechanism. Now they have also put restriction of steel imports into Europe. So those are costing their industries and subsequently their consumers as well.
What about the cost of energy?
Exactly, sir. That also is important point because in terms of Russia-Ukraine war, so when U.S. sanctions hit, so Gazprom was one of the largest suppliers of oil and gas to Europe. So they had to let go of it. Now although they say that they are not entirely dependent on Russian gas and resources, but still the costs are going up.
Energy costs are high.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but the US economy is doing quite well.
Yes, sir. Somewhat it is doing well, but again, the inflation was a big concern before Trump came in. Now again, that Trump has started going for tariff wars, the U.S. Federal Reserve is concerned that it might lead to increase in prices because a recent study was done. It believed that the raising of tariffs by 25%, the domestic producers might not transfer the benefit to the consumers, that they might also raise their prices by 25%. So in that sense, US Federal Reserve might not be able to cut interest rates in the coming future. So
how is Indonesia growing? What is the driver of growth?
So Indonesia has the ASEAN and ASEAN plus regional comprehensive economic partnership mechanisms to grow because it has enough market domestically and also in its region. Additionally, much of the low technology sectors of China, they have already moved manufacturing to ASEAN countries like Indonesia. So they are benefiting from that shift.
What about nickel? Production
yes,
of nickel.
Nickel is also produced from Indonesia, and with electronic vehicles and batteries becoming important part of economy, so they would be an important suppliers in that chain as well.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Vaibhav,
Yes, sir.
we have just completed 10 years of Prime Minister Jan Dhan Yojana.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the objectives with which the scheme was introduced, what have been the outcomes, and what are the challenges?
Sir, the Jan Dhan Yojana was introduced with the idea that we have to extend financial inclusion because much of the population was not part of the banking system. So additional setup, what happened that with Aadhaar, Jan Dhan and mobile, the Jam Trinity, the government was also able to cut back on leakages in terms of direct benefit transfers. So Pratyaksh Labh Hastantran Yojana was also introduced subsequently. So in that sense, Jan Dhan Yojana was introduced. In terms of outcomes, if I'm correct, that around 88 to 90% of financial inclusion has been reached in India.
How many new accounts have been opened under the Jan Dhan Yojana?
Sir, I am sorry, sir, I am not able
And
to.
what are the key features of the Jan Dhan accounts?
Sir, one of the key features is that they can be zero balance accounts.
Zero balance account, very
Yes,
right.
Sir. And I believe they also extend facility
insurance
of
cover. Do they give insurance cover?
Insurance as well as RuPay debit cards are also given without cost.
What has it done in expanding the health banking infrastructure in the country?
Sir, banking infrastructure in terms of the account holders has increased,
Yeah.
but in terms of the volume of money in those accounts, that is not grown substantially.
Banking infrastructure is different. Banking infrastructure means number of bank branches, particularly in the rural areas.
Right, sir.
They have gone up by how much percentage?
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
And the ATMs, any idea?
No, sir.
Any challenges? if you were to give any suggestion to make this scheme even more efficient, what would those suggestions be?
Sir, one of the challenge that arose with Jandan was that those people who are operating those accounts might not be very much familiar with how banking system works, and there were cases where bank mitra who are mobile banking correspondents, they were able to dupe people of their money. So in that sense, financial literacy programs should also become a part of
the program.
Yes, sir.
Very, very good. Can you tell me something about Digital Agriculture Mission?
Sir, the Digital Agriculture Mission, if I am correct, it started in 2024 with AgriStack becoming the...
There are three components.
Yes,
AgriStock is one.
Yes, sir.
What are the other two?
Sir, there is one agriculture decision making support system.
DSS, very right.
Yes, sir. Third one I am not able to
And
recall.
what is the outlay?
Not aware, sir.
How much is the outlay for the health sector in the present budget?
Sir, it is around 3% of the GDP.
No, in terms of number.
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
No, it's not. It's not. Anyway, what are the new ideas that have come up in the health sector in this budget?
Sir, new ideas.
New ideas, I mean, what has been proposed in the budget for improvement of health sector?
So what I am able to recall at the moment there is a program for gene banks, the genetic data collection. Earlier it was done for 10,000
No,
people.
for the common man.
I am sorry, sir, I am not able.
Do you recall any proposal for increase of seats in the medical colleges?
Yes, sir. Some even AIMS Patna is going to be expanded.
No, forget it. Now, if we assume that US imposes tariff on imports from India, which sectors are likely to be affected the most?
Sir, services is the biggest.
And
services and gems.
And
this is what I'm able to recall at the moment.
My last question: Himachal government has recently said something about the All India services.
Yes,
are
sir.
you aware of that?
Yes, sir.
What did the Himachal government say?
Sir, they say that they do not want new IAS, IPS or Indian Forest Services officers.
Why would they say that?
Because sir, they believe that 153 is the cadre strength presently, so they believe that it fulfills the purpose of the state in terms of population, and they do not want to take up more expenditure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Not only I think all India services, even the state civil services they don't want. That's what they told. Okay, anyhow, since you mentioned that this climate change,
Yes, sir.
if I say the climate change is more of a social issue than environmental issue,
Then,
would you be able to elaborate the statement?
sir, I was not able to.
What I'm saying, the climate change is no more only the environmental issue; it is more of a social issue.
Right, sir.
So just kindly elaborate.
Sir, in terms of social impact of climate change, we see that, for example, the working population that works in open air. So the increasing temperatures when they go up, that would reduce the worker productivity drastically. So that would also impact the economic growth of the countries. Additionally, as I was talking about impact on women, so also the impact on fertility rates is one aspect of it. The other aspect is that growing cases of lung diseases, skin cancer could be an important detriment. Additionally, the decrease in
Can I simply say the climate change have impacts on it intersects with the existing inequalities. Those who are having have-nots, those who are suffering, as you mentioned, women, marginalized section,
right, sir.
coastal community, hilly people,
Right,
from the Himachal. So they are the more vulnerable, right?
They are more vulnerable, but the social impact can also extend greater in terms of the political structures, because recently the Nobel winners in economics is Moglu and Robson. In their research, they argue that the social structures sustain the political structures.
Tell me, the sea level rise is one of the important effect of the global warming.
Yes, sir.
Is there any direct relation with the hilly states like Himachal, Uttarakhand?
So the rapid pace of glacial melting would result in increased amount of water in rivers that would feed the rise.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So your father and mother both are in education sector.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by this national literacy mission? For what purpose it was commissioned?
Sir, the National Literacy Mission, I am not exactly aware, but I can take a guess that
Please.
it was about adult literacy program.
Very good.
Yes, sir. In fact, sir, the king of Bilaspur, in my home district, he was the first one in India, in British India, who started an adult literacy program in 1930s.
What is the age group they are targeting? As you said, adult literacy. Is
Sir,
there any age?
I'm not exactly aware, but it might be 18 to 45.
Whether it is achieved its target?
I'm not sure, sir.
Okay, you are not sure. Okay. The last question. The disaster is another important aspect of the Himachal,
Yes.
mainly landslides
Yes.
and even the cloudburst and flooding. Is there any significant, very important program to curb and control this menace by the Himachal government? Any one program?
Sir, there is no as such a distinct program, but the State Disaster Management Authority takes up it in concurrence with the central government, and those international frameworks like Sendai framework, they are the guiding force. So as such, I am not aware of any particular special program.
What is Sendai framework it talks about?
Sir, in terms of disaster management, like
Disaster
involving
management?
communities, in terms of adaptation is also a part of it.
Disaster management is very broad term. Can you say disaster
Relief, yes, sir. Relief and
reduction.
adaptation is the core area
Okay,
that it
thank you,
focuses.
sir.
Okay, Vaibhav, your interview is on the 8th of April.
Yes,
A
sir.
lot of time, okay?
Yes, sir.
And you are 2002 born.
Yes, sir.
Hmm? Okay, the first time going for a UPSC interview?
Yes, sir. This is my first attempt.
Okay, just wait outside. We'll call you and give our assessments.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.